Everybody, I think we're back. Let me flip back over to my channel here. But we should be broadcasting live. We're going to continue right off where we left from, and so let's get to it. Hey,
Some
everybody's still in the chat room. It's
yeah. So
awesome.
I said intermission time. Everybody went up to use the restroom and refill their popcorn.
All right, so I see us
They should
back.
go to lobby.
Let's all go to the
Go to the
lobby.
lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. All right, so let's keep going. It seems like we're good. We're working at the moment. I can see you guys.
Well, you're up.
So yeah. Oh, I'm up. I am up. So
Hi, everybody.
so leveling up your reputation, and notifications are coming soon. Okay, so this article was written by Michael Dunn, program manager on Xbox Live, and he says, last July I gave you a preview of what to expect with Reputation on Xbox One. Gaming has always been a social activity, and for Xbox One, we redesigned the Xbox Live community-powered reputation system from the Xbox 360 to help better inform players about their behavior in the community. On Xbox One, there are currently categories of players' reputation. Green means a good player, being the large minority of our users. Yellow needs work, and red means to avoid me. By looking at someone's gamer card, you're able to quickly see their reputation. The more hours you play fairly online without being reported as abusive by other players, the better your reputation will be. The algorithm looks to identify players that are repeatedly disruptive across the community on Xbox Live. The vast majority of players do not regularly receive feedback from other players and thus will stay at the good player reputation level. Here's what reputation level means to you. Good players. The majority of gamers will fall into this level. As we've said before, we have plans to introduce rewards for good behavior and to look forward to sharing more in the future. AKA E3. Warnings for warnings for needs work. Beginning this month, some players will start receiving reputation warnings as their reputations drop due to feedback from the community. The purpose of these communications is to remind players about their effect on the community and encourage them to have more positive interactions. These warnings are based on community feedback collected since Xbox One launched. Penalties for Avoid Me. If players do not heed warnings and continue to have a negative impact on other players from the Xbox Live community, they will begin to experience penalties. For example, people with an Avoid Me rating will have reduced matchmaking pairings and may be unable to use certain privileges such as Twitch broadcasting. Oh, yikes! That would not be good, guys. So you all better behave. So remember, we designed the algorithm so it won't penalize you for bad reports over a few weeks of play. The system also adjusts for false reports from people that might intentionally report someone of greater skill or for other griefing purposes. Who would do such a thing? Just because you lose doesn't mean that they're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
We'd never do that. At the end of our day, the goal is to match you with other gamers you'll enjoy and create the best gaming community online. Well, if they just want to create the best gaming community online, they just need to talk to us because we have it already. So, anyways, look for all that stuff to start taking place here very quickly. That is it.
Okay. Warface is a game. It's a free-to-play game. It was it wasn't open beta. It was in closed beta back in February. This is an Xbox 360 game. It is now still in beta, but it's open to all Xbox Live users on the Xbox 360. So definitely, if you're looking for something to play on your 360, you might want to check this out. It is a free-to-play game, so I don't think that the whole, everything that comes along with free-to-play is up and running yet. So you can just have at it with what they've got. There's 3 versus modes that are included currently, plus 2 co-op, and also new daily missions. This is a game that's based on the same engine that powers Crysis 3 and also Rise: Some of Rome. So you can just go ahead and download this thing. The only requirement is that you have Xbox Live Gold and a 360 to play. So check it out.
All right.
Fun.
So there was a movie back in 1987 that's called Predator, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So, fantastic movie. Did you like Predator?
Love it.
There's
Oh,
that.
yeah.
See, that's
That's
freaky.
creepy. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that and follow it up with that whistle that you do. That'd be awful. That'd be like creepy, annoying.
Yeah. But I was getting ready. I was gonna say, don't you guys remember like just the noise that when you'd hear it, you just freak out, and then Wing goes and makes the noise. But so the Predator, Activision. I know I'm tying these two things together, kind of weird, but they're going to be releasing the Devastation DLC for Ghost on April 3rd, and the edition may include a familiar face, which would be the Predator. If you pay a visit to the Call of Duty Instagram account, you'll find a short teaser clip that bears the familiar hallmarks of the alien. Thank you, hunter. So, which is obviously made famous from Predator. So what it does is it depicts the trailer or teaser depicts a jungle area, and then I guess what it is like you see a creature running at the camera when it's cutting off. So, but yeah, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's interesting, or they kind of in this article kind of touch on a little bit more about how Call of Duty's getting away from like the realistic shooter and kind of diving into these things, but I don't think they ever claimed to be a realistic shooter, though, were they?
Next thing you know, they're going to have large mechs that you can jump into.
Yeah, and the one thing is like, to this is kind of neat, I guess. It's like this AI or something in the background chasing you around that eventually just probably runs up and kills you once or something like that. But it seems to me Call of Duty is now Activision struggling to try to recapture people.
Oh no! See, you're on. You got okay, Brad. I'm gonna call you out.
Okay.
Okay, and everybody listening, this is unscripted. you said Call of Duty is, you've been one of these, like, it's so boring. It's the same thing over and over and over. So they do something new, and then you're like, whoa, they're just trying to keep their fan base. They're losing everything. So they're changing it up. So they're darned if they do, and they're darned if they don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're changing it up to try to grab people back. They're going to have to do so. They have to do something. But the thing is,
no, I think that game. Well, I should look up what the sales were for it. So,
it's a lot.
I don't think they're hurting.
Oh, probably not. No, well, okay. Here, let me put it this way: if you do the same thing over and over and over again, and people do get bored with it, you have to do things like this to recapture what they're doing. Now, if they turn around and put mechs in it, how we were just joking around and put mechs in the game. What do you think they're doing there? Do you think they're changing it up just because,
they're going after Titanfall?
Oh, yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, they're doing the Rock Band to the Guitar Hero.
Yeah. I heard that might be making a comeback. They might be bringing that back.
Oh, don't even tease that.
What?
I would love a new Rock Band game.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Rock Band.
Okay.
I'm talking about Guitar Hero. Yeah.
Oh, I want Rock Band. I want Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ghosts, let's see. Let's see how it did. It sold on 360, sold 8.36 million copies, 7.63 million on PS3. PS4 sold almost 2 million copies.
17, 18.
Xbox One sold 1.62 million copies. And PC was 500,000.
PC's probably higher because they don't get Steam numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I imagine so. They're over 20 million.
Yeah, for some reason I can't seem to get, like, it's this website. I can't seem to get all the platforms combined.
Yeah. Well, they're over 20. I mean,
Let me do
all that over there totals over 20. So,
Okay.
so
Oh yeah, 20.24. There we go.
Yeah.
Because there's also 0.14 on the Wii U.
yeah. Who made that mistake?
How
1.24 million
much?
people.
How many?
Point.
Oh, point.
Only 140,000 copies.
Okay.
Wow.
That means everybody that owns a Wii U bought it.
That's what I was going to say. You beat me to it.
So I mean, okay, so across all platforms, they still sold 20 million copies. Now, I'm sure that let me look up Black Ops 2, but still, that's not anything to sneeze at.
No.
Let's see, is it
No.
Not when 4 million is not when 4 million is considered a success. 2 million's a success in my book. I mean, I guess it depends how much you throw, how much you put into it.
I'd like to sell 2 million games.
So, yeah, I'd like to sell 1 million. Let alone 10.
So,
Yeah.
well,
But I mean, as far as this, I mean, I was just reading in the art. I mean, the article stated that they're getting away from realistic shooter. Now, they were never really a realistic shooter in the first place. And all they're doing here is adding
what do you
computerized.
They weren't a realistic shooter.
To me, it wasn't.
I would say it is. It was a realistic because all the Call of Duties have been. You go back to the original Call of Duty, it was very realistic. All the weapons are real, everything was real, but it was more of a fast-paced shooter. So even now they don't have there's still realistic stuff. I think they're starting to dive into that more futuristic stuff, but
Right.
it's still not like Titanfall. I mean, Titanfall's made up, and
Right.
Battlefield's realistic too, but it's just more of a slower style of game. I would still say Call of Duty is a realistic. It's
Do you
It
think they
just-
should go? Think they should start heading away from it?
well,
But
No, no,
here's
I
the thing:
don't,
is I'm basing this off the articles. I'm not agreeing that it's not realistic or that they're going away from it. It's just that they're saying that they're going away from being a realistic shooter, and all they're talking about is having the Predator be in one map. So I'm just like, how's that going into that? And the reason why I say not realistic is I think like throwing in the perks and stuff is what takes it away from being what I would call realistic. But
well, I mean, okay, I get that point. Yeah,
Right.
Okay. But they've taken that game, they've added more stuff to make it more fun, to kind of broaden it and continue to build on a successful formula. I think they should just continue to keep building. Now, you look at the numbers. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 did 25.09 million units sold. Okay, it's been out for, a year and a half. The other one's been out for just a few months, and it's sold 20 million copies. So, give it till the next year comes out, they might be at 25 million as well. So, I don't think they're hurting. I think people, there's still a lot of Call of Duty fans out there. People still love it. Titanfall, I think, is going to bite into some of that. But Titanfall came out just recently, so they're not going to come out in November. If you bring a Titanfall out in November, now you're talking about cutting in to the Call of Duty crowd, competing with them, and probably stealing a lot of their money.
right.
Because this really is Call of Duty with Max, and I think it's a lot better game. I think it's even when you lose in this, it's still fun. It seems like you can always compete. You can always figure out. It's not like you're just getting your butt handed to you constantly. So I like what they've done with this game, and I like where they're going to go with this in the future they have with it. I don't think Call of Duty. I think they just need to keep making small incremental changes, and I mean they're selling huge numbers. There's still an audience for it, so. People obviously like it. Not everybody does, but you're never going to make everybody happy. But you're making 20 million people happy.
And the good news that they are doing is they're moving to a 3-year cycle, which I think is going to help. But sorry, you're still getting a release every year,
You're right.
But
Yes, but each game is going to, yes, you're right with the 3 years.
Is getting
so
3 years. Yeah, which
Yes.
is huge. I mean, 2 years, you can obviously, in my opinion, you could tell that the 2-year releases was starting to take its toll on them. Because the changes that they were making, obviously you don't want to make drastic changes, and they didn't have to. But some of the things that they were bringing out, these, some were good, but then it was just kind of like, well, really, is that, that all you're adding type of thing? But, I guess if you need to add something or not, but I think that's good news. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I mean, that's the big thing is, right now they sold over 20 million, and that's because, it was the next big release, and now come up next year, and we'll have to see what happens then. Pretty sure they'll do well.
And just for clarification, some of those numbers could be off because they're probably counting in that I bought 2 copies when my second copy was really only $5. Was it $5 or $10? $10. So I bought it on 360, and then I bought for $10. I upgraded, or I got it again on the Xbox One. So
Right.
it's not. So their financial numbers might be less, but still, it's not going to be that much.
Yeah.
So that's still, say they got 20 million copies sold, they still have at least probably 18 million paid full price.
Yeah.
So it's still not hurting them.
Right.
So, but anyways,
I wonder what GTA 5 did.
I think it was huge, but I'll look that up too.
Oh.
While I've got the site up.
Yeah, I think you're up on your store now.
Am
actually.
I up? Oh, good, because I got
Yep.
a video I'm going to queue. I got video. So, Enemy Front assaults Xbox 360, PS3, and PC in June. So, essentially, sorry, there's a trailer that you guys are watching now. It's a new trailer that was released. Developer CI Games has announced that this upcoming World War II shooter will reach retail shelves in the U.S. on June 10th and in Europe on June 13th. So the press release, which was really kind of tiny, said they released their final box art as well as the new trailer, which you're watching, to debut the multifaceted gameplay of their upcoming game. Enemy Front, available in June 10th and June 13th, like I said, on the Xbox 360. And the new trailer highlights the breadth of gameplay options available for players as they tackle their way across war-torn Europe's deadly battlefields. The interesting thing about this is that was a really small press release. That's it. Usually press releases are big. This was one paragraph. So, I don't know. And it's kind of funny. I mean, like, I'm watching this slow-mo sniper rifle shot. I don't know if I care to have any more World War II. I think I'm pretty much done with World War II, with the exception of the Sniper Elite series. I will buy Sniper Elite 3 in a heartbeat. That'll be a day one purchase.
This really reminds me of Sniper Elite also. I mean, when I saw some of the footage, especially when the guy was using the sniper rifle, I mean, it was a dead ringer for Sniper Elite. Although it looks really good. It looks good.
It's in 360. It looks okay.
Yeah.
There's better 360 games, I think, but
Really?
it's doable. So
That sounds so weird. The game looks good. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
You next gen snob.
Yeah. So I still have. Looks like. Oh wait, let me put it in as a different way. Grand Theft Auto's not showing up. I don't know if they'll show up yet. But I'll keep looking for you. All right, as you guys move on. Next.
Yep.
Oh, in fact, I got the number for you. PS3 was 17 million. Xbox
Cool.
360 was 13.5 million. And Xbox. Oh, there's no Xbox One yet. I don't see a PC. They don't list PC on here.
It's not on PC.
It's not?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So,
PS3
you're
was
looking at
17 million.
17 million on PS3 and 13.5
Wow.
million on Xbox 360.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's so what, 30 million copies. Yeah. It's big. It was a big game.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So, all right.
it's crazy. All right, sorry.
Okay. So, the Batman Arkham series, fantastic series of games. Well, excluding the latest one, Origins, I guess. But Rocksteady has decided that.
Wait, why would that not be fantastic?
What?
Why would Arkham Origins not be fantastic?
Why?
Yeah. You said excluding. You said it was fantastic excluding Origins.
What had its share of issues?
Okay. All right, was the game not good? Did you play it?
No.
Okay.
Did you?
Negative. That was the one I wouldn't
Why?
launch. Because
Exactly.
it wouldn't launch.
Exactly.
I don't know if the game
That's
was
what
any
I'm
good.
getting
I
at. That's
thought
what
it
I'm
was
getting
like
at.
on par with the others.
So Rocksteady is ending its time with the Batman Arkham series. This is a decision that they made on their own. And who is this guy? This is Dan or Dax Jin of Rocksteady. He said, "We've done all that we can do here. It's kind of time for us to walk away from it." Wow, that's quite interesting. Actually, Origins was done by a different studio, though.
Correct.
Wasn't it Warner Brothers or something?
Yep.
So it was done in-house by them. Anyway, so Jin explained, anything we do is a collective decision between Rocksteady, Warner Brothers, and DC Comics. But it was something that we were really pushing for because we had a really clear vision for how the story should end and the way we wanted it to end. That finality comes by way of the Batmobile and a sizable Gotham City in which to use it. For us, I think the Batmobile is that final thing, says Jen. It's such a critical part of the game, the epicenter of the design, but once we've done this, I don't think we're ever going to feel like we've missed out on a critical piece of what it feels like to be the Batman. That was kind of our driving force all along. So what's the future of Rocksteady? And this is kind of weird here. I've had a dream of us just shuttering the studio and walking away like rock stars. We're done here, Jin jokes. Our attitude is, if we deliver on Arkham Knight, smash it out of the park, the opportunities we'll have in the future will be massive. We'll be able to control our own destiny in that respect. The team's focus now is accomplishing exactly that, creating something special to send off the Dark Knight. Jim points out on the box art, of all things, to show what Rocksteady's aiming at. The color spectrum between Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight was something that we wanted to develop and explore. That was a temperature spectrum that's really interesting. Arkham Asylum has a cold hue, while Arkham City took a more neutral black and white stance. Arkham Knight is on the other end of the spectrum. It's hot, it's fire, it's heat, it's flames. So when you look at the trilogy of games, there's this really nice color spectrum with an explosive ending. So yeah, Rocksteady's moving on. I wonder if somebody else is going to pick it up. I don't see them letting the franchise finish.
No, I'm sure Warner Brothers will continue it.
Yeah. So, it's sad to see him go. They did some great stuff with the previous games, and I'm definitely looking forward to Arkham Knight. That is all.
All right.
All right. So that very little game, Titanfall. So for all you Titanfall players, Titanfall's matchmaking system has been updated and a new improved matchmaking beta. The playlist is it's in beta. The playlist is classic MP mode. The new program changes to up the teams more frequently. If one team is kicking the snot out of another, the dominating team's skill level will be updated, and it'll be paired with a better team. So, so here's a kind of a quote. It says, Did you lose to a really great team?" Respawn asks. "We'll make them disappear and replace them with a new opposing team, and they will have no idea that you just got your butt kicked. This should end some of the frustration with playing for extended periods when you're having an off night." So, finding appropriate teammates may take longer with the new system now, but the end goal is to build a more suitable and longer lasting matches. The graph shows, but okay, so there's a graph on that. So, this is one of those things, I can't relate to Titanfall, but I can relate in the Battlefield, is you play the same team over and over and over, and if you are just getting slaughtered and it's ruining your day, the best situation is to jump out, go jump back in and get another team. So their matchmaking seems like it's going to handle that for you, which is actually a really cool concept. So, you guys have probably found you've had off nights in Call of Duty or Titanfall or any game that you've played, and I think this is going to help that. So
It works very well.
Oh.
I've done a few of these matches, and all these now, it's like, regardless of like what their generation level is, we've had like a bunch of Gen 2s and 3s on our side, and we're playing against everybody that's a Gen 1. And it didn't matter. Like, it's somehow going against your skill set, actually. And, we've had some hard-fought matches, barely winning those. It's been really neck and neck, and those have just been the best. It's been a fight to win. So it's not like a blowout either way. And it's been a lot of fun. So this has definitely been matching a lot better. It's really cool. The odd thing, I think, is that it took a third party to do what Microsoft claimed to have done all along with the Xbox One. And they can't do it. So it's kind of... It looks like Respawn got it right. So it's working great. I'm loving it. So,
cool.
That
is all.
So moving on, Microsoft. There's some rumors been swirling around Microsoft's attitude regarding virtual reality, and this might be a bit more than just gossip. According to TechCrunch, citing unnamed sources, the site reports that Microsoft has purchased augmented reality-related intellectual property of wearable tech company Osterhout Design Group for between 100 to 150 million. The big thing to note here is that Microsoft's IP acquisition revolves around augmented reality, not virtual reality. So think of Google Glass, which is augmented reality, versus Oculus Rift, which is virtual reality. The former lets you see the world with more information and visual enhancements, while the latter completely replaces the world and what you see with an entirely separate one. It's also not clear whether this acquisition will lead to anything resembling the Oculus Rift or Project Morpheus for the Xbox. Wearable tech is gaining traction in the mobile markets, with devices such as the Galaxy Gear from Samsung now on their second design iteration. In other words, Microsoft's acquisition of ODG's intellectual property may lead to new products which attach to Windows phones as opposed to Xbox. So really, it's anybody's guess at this point, but Microsoft, did make the purchase, I guess. So, we'll see where that goes. My thought was, we've got the what do they call it, a Luma Room that Microsoft was kind of doing behind closed doors last year at E3, I believe, where it's like another attachment to kind of extend the TV into your room, which to me they're working towards that. What's it called? What do you call it on Star Trek?
The holodeck.
The holodeck, yeah. So maybe they're going to do something like with an Illuma Room and this type of wearable glasses. Maybe that's going to be their kind of answer to the VR or something. I don't know, but interesting story, I think. It's not necessarily directly related, but it gives you an idea, or maybe it gives us a chance to think about where Microsoft may be going.
Oh yeah. Exciting stuff coming our way in the future. This is just the beginning. Well, the beginning was a while ago. It's a progression. All right. So Alien Isolation is a game that is being done by Sega, and Alien, meaning the Aliens franchise that started a long time ago in the movies. This is a survival horror shooter that's going to be available on most platforms, including the ever popular Xbox 360, Xbox One, PC, and of course PS3, PS4. Oddly enough, not on the Wii. Wonder why. Anyway, it's a first-person survival horror game, and the development team is looking to capture the essence of the original 1979 classic film Alien, as players are trying to evade the xenomorph threat on the outer fringes of space. So basically, they're trying to survive and not get eaten or what is that? What do those things do? They explode out of the chest.
Yeah.
Chest exploding and all sorts of nasty stuff.
Yeah, they grow inside you, explode out your chest cavity.
Yeah, man, that would ruin your day, wouldn't it?
That would hurt.
That, oh, for sure. But we do have a release date for this. It will be out on October 7th. So look for it. And October is about 6 months away. So it's going to sneak up on us real quick. All right, over to you, Brun.
So for my last thing here, before we hit the community, I'll make this one quick. Killer Instinct, you guys fans? Did you play it?
Lukewarm.
I got it. Don't really care.
Okay.
But that's not my style of games either.
Yeah. Not that it's bad. There's so many people that love it that you can't fault it.
Right. Well, Amazon's. So, what the headline here was: Dive Kick Dev Iron Galaxy to continue work on Killer Instinct. So Amazon, Amazon acquired Double Helix,
right.
But that's not going to end the development on Killer Instinct. Instead, Iron Galaxy has been tapped to pick up where Double Helix left off. Before they take over on the game, though, Double Helix still has one last burst of content in store for the Killer Instinct fans. On April 9th, fan favorite Cyborg Bulgor, hope I say that right, will join the cast, and to properly whet your appetite, Killer Instinct's publisher Microsoft has issued a trailer above, so which I think is what we're watching right now.
That is correct, sir.
So, but there's some stuff in there that talks about like what else Iron Galaxy has worked on, but they have tapped them for the work. I'm sure they're going to be good enough to take it over. So, good news. It's not dying with the acquisition.
Cool.
That is all. All right.
And
Community time.
Yes, community time. And, so yes, now that trailer's over, I can move forward into the community shot.
Oh, sorry.
So, I was just waiting for it to finish. Because it was coming. There was comments on how cool the trailer was, and there was a question here from Catsy Mouse. What's my next Xbox One purchase? It may be Watch Dogs, but the next one on my radar is Destiny. But that's still a ways off. I'm definitely buying Destiny, so I'll probably pick up Watch Dogs, but I don't think I'm gonna get it day one. I really want to watch some broadcasts of it and see if it looks too much like GTA. I probably will skip it, but I'm not sure what else is coming out anytime soon, to be honest. So I'm really looking forward to E3 to find out what's going to happen the rest of this year.
Yeah, because I think Watch Dogs is really the next major release, and that's in May, right?
Yeah, and then I don't think we really have much until like September time frame or something. So, but I haven't really been looking at the release schedules of what's currently slated. There's not been a whole lot mentioned, and we'll see. E3 will probably really fill in some gaps. So, all right, so it's community time. You can join our Facebook group. Just look for This Xbox Life, all one word, if you're searching for us on Facebook. You can email us, contact@thisxboxlife.com. You can send us a Twitter, or follow our Twitter, I should say. And also, if you wish, to send us a voicemail to have your voice put in the show, go to thisxboxlife.com. On the right-hand side, it will say send a voice message. Just click it, and it'll, as long as your microphone's hooked up to the computer, it will record you and send the message to us, and we can download that, put it in the show. We encourage you guys to do that. We do appreciate you guys supporting us at Amazon. For those of you that were using the thisxboxlife.com/Amazon link, Rob, that still works, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
The thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, does that still work?
It still works. It just takes you to the U.S. site. That's all.
Okay. So for our U.S. customers, if you've bookmarked that, you can continue to use that. For everybody else, just go ahead and click our Amazon box on the website. It should auto direct you to the appropriate site. So our European listeners can just click it. It should take you to your store, and it will match you with our affiliate link automatically. So
yeah, right now it'll take you to the page for the Xbox One. Sometime in the near future, I'm going to switch it to like the video game section or whatnot. So if you click on it, it'll take you to Xbox One. You don't have to buy an Xbox One, but hey, if you want to, go ahead.
You can buy one and send it to Brun.
Yeah, so it'll take you there, and then from that point, you just search for it.
And we'll still get credit for your whatever you searched for. So
yeah,
as long as you enter the site through our affiliate link. So
right.
But you'll need to do that affiliate link each and every time that you go there. So
yeah, because it lasts for 24 hours, or unless it gets replaced with another affiliate link. So what I do, because oh, never mind. Forget it.
Appreciate you guys supporting us. Continue. If for some reason you don't see the Amazon box there, then turn your ad blocker off. This, at least for us, or put in our website to, be exempt from your ad blocker.
Yeah.
That's the only ad we run on air. It's the only thing that should be blocked, so we won't throw anything else up there. But so I just want to let you guys know. Okay, so now I'm going to run this video that Rob just wanted you guys to go somewhere else to see it. And we've got two pretty long emails or questions that came into us this week. So we're going to go through those while we play the Welcome to Chicago trailer of Watch Dogs. So enjoy this as we dive in. So I'm going to take this first one. This came from Hambone, who recently won one of our contests. And he said, I just wanted to let you guys know that I figured out why I haven't received my $10 code. I had my Xbox set to only allow messages from friends. I have now fixed that, so I should be able to receive the code if you haven't thrown it away. Please post this along to others just in case they have changed their setting too. And I resent him his code. So Hambone, if you still don't have it, just let me know. Reach out to me through Xbox Live, and I'll resend it to you again. But I'm pretty sure I did send this after I got your message. I think I posted it right away. But I'm kind of old and forgetful, so if I didn't, just shoot me a message through Live so I know it's from you. Don't email me. I'm not going to respond to an email because I can't guarantee it was you. So shoot me an Xbox Live message, and I will resend it to your code or to your account. And he continues on. Speaking of changes to the setting, I have mine set so I can only chat with friends. When I checked my reputation on my Xbox, it says it's good at about 75%. I went into my rep to see why it's only at 75%. It says that 7% avoided me because of language, 15% say I'm unsporting. I have to assume that is also from not chatting. I've been on Xbox Live since I beta tested it almost 12 years ago. I have changed these settings about 9 to 10 years ago because I got tired of listening to little kid tell me what they did to my mother last night and all their BS. How do you think this will affect Microsoft's new reputation policy? Will I have to turn on chat for anyone? Thanks for keep up the great show. I think the new reputation policy is going to be even better for people like yourself because we went through that earlier. So it was actually really appropriate that you brought this question to us and we actually had that. We answered it. So I think we kind of answered your question. But yeah, in the old system, if if you beat up on somebody, they'd report you for cheating or whatever. Or they just put in anything if gosh forbid you should beat anybody, and so any little infraction someone would report. So I think now, from what I've read and what we've learned about the reputation system today, it's not going to just be one incident. It's going to drop you down. It's and they've had to have played with you. So you can't just go tell the TXL community, hey, go and rate this person, negatively. It's not, they're going to see, well, you haven't played them. How can you rate them? It's going to be ignored. So, if you tick off a clan, you won't have their entire clan report you anymore. So I think it'll be good. So, all right. Rob or Brun, when do you guys want to take the next one? It's a doozy. And we'll have to
Sure.
pause for, or maybe, how about this? How about Brian? You take the first part till the questions, and then Rob can take the next, and I think then I can wrap it up because he's got
You're
like
so
three or
bossy.
four parts of this.
Okay. It says, hi all. I hope that you have the time to share some of my thoughts on the past and the future. The past says, wow, I found the internet marketing and fanboy battle for the next generation console launches draining. Let's face it, choosing which console to purchase is very much a first world problem, and it was blown all out of proportion. Your thoughts, please. Well, to go first, I thought it was very draining as well. Definitely the things where my console's better than your console because of, A, B, and C. Just because it has DDR5 RAM in it, it doesn't make it better than, another thing. Yes, it has better RAM in it, but that doesn't make it a better console. But yeah, it was very draining. And I mean, as we look now, I think the PS4 is leading probably Xbox One in sales, but Xbox One is making more money. So it's like just things like that. It's very draining in my mind. So, what do you guys think?
Rob?
Well, deciding which one to buy, that was a no-brainer for me. But I got tired of all of the debate because it was largely just, I think, sensationalized. It was just ridiculous because, yeah, the specs of the systems are this and that. This one has more of this one has more of that. Who cares? You choose the system based on a couple of things. You choose it based on what your friends have, what community you like better, and maybe which main titles you like the best. And ultimately, that last one is probably well, actually, I think all of them are probably equally weighted for a lot of people, at least the people that like to play multiplayer. Beyond that, does it matter what the megahertz or gigahertz on the system are? Does it matter how many USB ports the thing has? Nobody. I mean, if you make a decision to purchase a console strictly because one has more USB ports than another, that's ridiculous. I mean, you're not buying it for gaming. You're buying it for a goofy reason in my eyes. So this thing's going to continue. I know that the press is going to latch on to things, and they're just going to run with them and try to levy some hate on Microsoft. I think because I think everybody seems to be so negative on Microsoft, and I'm partly bitter about what happened because I really think that what Microsoft originally had is better than what we have today for the Xbox One. So I think we got shortchanged because of this. And most of the people that I think complained about this stuff, they didn't buy one anyway. So who cares about their opinion?
Yeah,
So-
I kind of wish I could share a game with you or Wing or something, across the internet because you were on my friends and family list or something like that, and we could share digital titles. But we can't do that now.
You can.
Oh, you can?
You can still do it.
Sort of.
Oh,
Sort of, yes.
oh, okay.
You better really trust the person.
Yeah.
Essentially, and I don't know if this is legal, illegal, or not, or if it was
So
intended.
it's like
this
a
way.
loophole.
I don't know if it's a loophole. I don't know if it was intended, but let me try to explain it. And I think there's some people in our chat that can confirm if I'm saying this right. So, Brun, this is how it would be.
Okay.
You would buy an Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I would log into it, or I would give you my ID and password. You'd log into it as me. You would set that as my home gold console, right?
Okay.
And then you would just now that would be basically essentially that's my console, okay? I'm the one
Yeah.
that has home gold on it. You log me out, you log back in. Any game I purchased is now available to you because that's my home gold. Now here on my machine, it doesn't have to be my home gold. I'm logged in here across the country.
Mm.
I have access to all my games. And so do you. I know people doing this.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it yet. It's I don't have a need for it, but I do know people that in their family are doing this. They're buying one copy and both are able to play at the same time on different Xboxes off of essentially one license, if you will. So it does work. I don't know if that's the way it was intended. We do know that the home gold was allowed for sharing amongst your family, but I don't know if it was intended to be shared against different consoles. But so it does work.
Yeah, just the way I was thinking was like the legal way. But I remember them talking about it, and of course, all that stuff got ripped out just because Sony had to have a commercial where they handed a disc to one guy to another and said, "This is how we share games."
Here's how we share a game.
Yeah, and of course,
but what's
you
so
know,
stupid is like I don't need a physical copy. I don't have one Xbox One disc, so that is useless to me. Give me the digital sharing, like we were. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
Yes, it was draining. That whole thing was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I loved the May 21st reveal of what the Xbox One was supposed to be. I think all the problems. I'm so sick of Xbox One right now. I can't now. The new thing is, I come in and I'm yelling at it. It won't turn on. I hit my controller. It starts to turn on, then it shuts back off. I hit the controller again, then it boots up. I don't know what's going on with the thing, and I really think a lot of the problems we've had with it are because of them having to
rip out all that stuff.
essentially rip out and backtrack.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's that game sharing stuff. When you're talking about last generation and this generation, a lot of my friends that I play games with aren't friends that are even close. Like, you guys are not close to me.
Right.
Half the people I've never even met before. Like, I've played games with Jesus, walks a lot, Battlefield and all that stuff. I would share games with him, if, or any of my friends that were on my friends list. But, I can't share a physical game with him because I've never met him before. I don't know where he lives. He's not 5 feet from me so. But, all right. Sorry. Sorry, Wing, did you have stuff on it? Did you want to add more?
No, I'm good. That's
Okay.
good. No, it was draining. I agree. It's just
Okay.
stupid. Buy the console you want. If you want all of them, buy them all. Who cares? That's why I'm saying, I don't care if someone sends us PlayStation 4 footage. I'm not going to run it all show, but someone that's an Xbox owner or listens to our community and says, hey, here's something cool. I think those that have it want it. Who cares, man? We're above all that pettiness. At least till E3.
Yeah. Nice.
Then we'll
Oh,
throw
man.
down.
Yeah, the thing that I'm actually dreading about E3, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in terms of what announcements they're going to make. But I feel that they're going to start trashing on Microsoft again. And it just, like I said, it's just ridiculous. I know we're going to see, well, it's a 1080p. Is it this? What's the frame rate on it? It's all a non-issue. If the game's good, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's about the games. It's all about the games. It always has been. Don't turn it into something else. Don't turn it into something else just so you can get your blog on CNN for 10 minutes.
I think, I don't know if it was in the last patch or whatever, but they were supposed to remove that 10% mandatory resources for Kinect.
Yep.
I heard they were supposed to remove that so then games that don't use Kinect can use those resources for other things, which would then kick it up. They could kick up games to render it, 1080p. And I thought some games were rendering to 1080p. I don't know.
So basically, Microsoft responding to the 1080p thing now hosed Wings Connect, and it won't turn on.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't need a.
See, you got hosed again.
I don't
Yep.
need that dumb thing.
So,
I do.
I mean, even
I can go. I like giving voice commands, but you know, it's I can deal without it.
just
I
what
just
was
want the thing to work, man.
yeah. All right. You want to take the next one? Next part of it?
That you, Rob?
Sure. Okay. I'm sure the majority of listeners are too drained on this topic. Hey, yeah, we were just talking about that on this topic. Also, so I will attempt to keep this brief. The majority of people agree that Microsoft Xbox One marketing campaign was a disaster. That aside, personally, I feel that the product range was flawed also. The Xbox One with Kinect was never going to match the PS4 for price because of the added Kinect hardware cost implication. Personally, I would have offered the choice between two Xbox console or Xbox One console packages. Option one, Xbox One with no Kinect, matching the PS4 in technical specs and price, but with the added benefit of the Microsoft Entertainment features. Two great systems in comparison to PC hardware prices. Option two, Xbox One with Kinect and technical specs that beats the PS4. Let's name it the Xbox One Ultimate. I'm thinking a 200-pound price difference to Xbox One, but of course, I'm not the console developer. The pricing may need tweaking. The Xbox One Ultimate could have been marketed as a great gaming console and entertainment system offering improved graphics to the PS4 with exclusive entertainment options that the PS4 does not offer or the Xbox One. Steambox is leading the way with the flexible tech spec pricing approach, and I'm surprised Microsoft did not follow suit. Who knows? This still could happen. I just like to point out, if any Microsoft official is listening, then I now own the copyright for the Xbox One Ultimate. I am, however, happy to be flexible in my financial terms on the condition that all the Xbox Live community members receive free Xbox One Ultimate on launch day by 9 a.m. Your thoughts, please.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Sold.
I'll sound off real quick.
Sure.
I like the fact that they made every Xbox One exactly the same. They
Yep.
didn't do that with the 360, and developers hated it. When it first launched, some didn't have a hard drive, some did.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
made it hard for them to develop the games because they didn't know if there was a hard drive there. It made it harder on developers. I
Because
I think this was
with the original Xbox, they could rely on that because every one of them had that 10 gig hard drive. It was really
they all
small.
Yeah.
it
wasn't
was
it?
like an 8 gig hard drive. They all had the
Usable, yeah.
broadband. So yeah, it was identical, and then they come out with a new one, and it's like, well, now you've got a mismatch of what's out there. Eventually, they made everything kind of be the same, but then you added the Kinect. So I think it would have been a bad move to. Yeah, they could have cut the cost, but I know where they're going. It's like they're trying to move forward, and you're going to pay for it. And I don't think the price was that bad. I think Sony really they had to undercut because they wanted to be back in front. Um, I just think it would have been a mistake for them to say some could have it, some won't have it, because then your developers are in the same thing of, well, we're not gonna, because then it's like, well, we're not gonna build all this extra Connect stuff in because if some people don't have it, we're not gonna spend the money. Now every game's gonna be developed for every hardware platform's the same. To me, that makes it easier. Everything is the same, so I like that. I understand the cost thing, and maybe what Microsoft should have done, and maybe they'll do, is should have just eaten the cost. If you're going to put Connect out there and your competition is not going to do it, then maybe you're going to have to figure out a way to eat the cost of that. You got tons of money coming in from Xbox Live, and they're making tons of money. Maybe they should have just ate the cost. It's going to get cheaper as the systems come out. And now we did see a recent $50 price cut on the system. Actually, it was $90 because, well, no, $110 because you're getting the box $50 cheaper, but you're also getting Titanfall.
Yeah.
Maybe, we don't know if that's going to hold. Maybe that price, if they sell a ton of hardware packages, maybe that price will hold for a while. So maybe this was a price drop without announcing an official one. Or they'll see it, maybe we'll see this announced at E3. Official $50 price cut. Now we're making the Xbox One at $450. You're going to pay $50 more than you would for the PlayStation 4, but you get Kinect, and maybe they continue to pack a game in it. You know, we'll see. I'm sure Microsoft's gonna, they're definitely gonna say, hey, we sold a ton when we cut the price by $50 and gave a game. If that's what it's gonna take. Just for numbers, as of right now, Microsoft has 4 million Xbox Ones sold, and PlayStation 4 has 6.6 million. So we're behind. We're, as an Xbox, Microsoft is behind. But again, it's not a sprint. And it doesn't matter, at least my opinion. I'm sure Microsoft's are the same way. They, the media, and they're going to market each other and fight each other because they want to get as much money as they can. This is the fastest selling Xbox console to date that has ever been sold. This is out, so they never had 4 million in homes of the 360 this quickly.
Yep.
The Xbox One is a success. It's a huge success.
Yep.
Regardless of what the PlayStation 4 is doing, Microsoft is happy. Now, they want to keep pushing more, and they don't want that gap to get any larger, so they're going to do stuff to, wait for E3. I would expect a price drop at E3, honestly. But then again, they might not, because it also makes it sound like, it's not as good. You got to be careful when you're doing that stuff. So we'll see what happens. But,
yeah.
And I said I'd be short, and I wasn't. Sorry.
Well, my take on that is, like, I also like that the Kinect is in every box and that they have one thing, because if you turn around and you look at PlayStation, it's almost impossible to find one of the PlayStation cameras in stores right now, and everybody wants to go get one because what's one of the largest things to do right now is just stream your gaming. And right now, Xbox is annihilating the PlayStation when it comes to streaming on Twitch, and they even got it later because it doesn't stream as well, it doesn't look as nice, and the camera's not as good. And it's just, and I'm basing that off somebody who owns both consoles. They say, the PlayStation version just isn't even worth it, and supposedly they're fixing that, which is going to be good. But that camera's what, $60, $59 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like $60.
Yeah, so
and
now
it actually went up in price in Canada.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Well, the whole console went up in price too.
Right.
The whole console's $450. So here's you got this box. It's $399 and Xbox One's $499, but Xbox One is the full one console, one whole thing for an experience, and you got it all. And the PlayStation, you have to piece and part it together to get what you want. It's good for some people. If people don't want to stream, they don't have to worry about it. I understand that, but then you're also, you're only saving $30. Definitely when that $100 price drop by all the like IGN and all the big editors and stuff, that $100 price drop was the biggest thing. That's huge. It's huge. Well, really, now it's $40. So how big is it now? So, and in Canada, if you go and buy, you buy the PlayStation, you buy the camera, you're paying $60 more than you would for an Xbox One because they're the same price now.
Jesus Walks a Lot makes a good comment. He said, that camera was stupid. Now everybody wants it to stream on Twitch.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You're exactly right, Bron. That's what you were saying, yep.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't want my console to spy on me. I don't want my console to watch me. I don't want my console to listen to me. Oh, there's a camera for PlayStation? Let me go get it so I can stream online and I can post to Facebook and
It's stupid. Everything they don't want it to do, they already do with their cell phones and their computers, and it's so stupid. Yeah, it was.
But and a lot of those comments go back to the first question. A lot of those comments are made by people who haven't bought the console, are just saying it to fit in with everybody. And what happened is Xbox and Microsoft had to turn around against what they wanted to do originally because of all these people complaining, and that's what they were complaining about. And now they're going and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. What was the
Okay.
next one?
So the last one here was the future. I'm sure that many current generation console owners are slightly disappointed by game launch delays, etc., but I'm sure we will start to see game releases gaining momentum. I'll be interested to see how Microsoft gains back customers' goodwill and how it will differentiate itself from the PlayStation 4. I'll further be interested to see if PC games like Rust and DayZ make their way to the current gen consoles. Personally, I really hope so. The future is also great at present for 360 owners, an amazing back catalog with amazing digital downloads and used game prices. I'm currently a 360 and a PS4 user, and I hope to receive an X1 for Christmas. Lastly, can I pass my best wishes to the show, Taryn NZ, Jesus Walks a Lot, SoulJ87, and everyone in the TXL community. Thanks, Rob, otherwise known as Roberto UK73. So, I agree. Your future thoughts there. I think yeah, we're in a bit of a delay. That's why someone asked me in the chat, "What's the next game I want to get?" Watch Dogs I might buy just simply because if there's nothing else till September, I'll probably buy it just because it's something new on my Xbox One.
Mm.
I mean, I bought Tomb Raider the other day because I already played the game, but I'm like half price. I can play it again. It's an awesome game. Why not? Thief is not my type of game. $30. Why not? It gives me another game type to play, and I actually was enjoying it. So we'll see. I think we're going to have some more stuff to fill out, but yeah, we do. I think E3 is really going to be exciting for both PlayStation and Xbox fans. For gamers. Okay, I shouldn't even say that. It's going to be exciting for gamers. There's going to be a ton of games, man. I think both companies they're gonna go all out, just games, games, games. I really expect that, and I hope that's what happens. I think it's going to be cool, man. I think we're going to have an awesome. You guys thought last holiday season or the last two were expensive? You wait till holiday 2014.
Yeah.
Save your money in this drought. Save it because you're going to need your pennies at the end of the year.
When it comes to E3, the one thing I'd like to see out of the Microsoft side is I'd like to see them come out, talk about how their console's doing, honestly talk about how their console's doing, how they feel that it's going. Talk about gaming in general. Gaming's going great. PlayStation 4 is selling well, we're selling well, things like that. And just go on straight into the games. Like, here's what's coming. This is what's going to make Xbox One better is all the stuff you're about to see and just let loose on that. I just don't want to see any bashing of anything by anybody. I just think, if one company goes after another this year trying to one up what they did last year and the only any group that could really do that's Sony, I guess. If they come out and start bashing Xbox One and stuff, and they're just going to look like the 12-year-old kids on Xbox Live. So, but
They've been there, done that.
yeah. All right. Sorry. Sidetrack.
All right. So that thank you guys for the emails. Again, you guys
Awesome.
can shoot us emails, voicemails, however. We'll be happy to talk about them in the show. So let's move on to new releases. Rob, this is all you.
Okay, that's right. So for this upcoming week, we have nothing for both systems.
Good job.
There is stuff coming the following week. So next week we'll
Yeah.
actually have something to put in here. So,
Actually, for this week, you can just go ahead and get Hitman Absolution. Let's just say that's the release for this week.
Yeah.
It costs $3.99 for you gold members.
but yeah,
That means
so
free, by the way.
just to kind of queue up. Let me look at some things that are coming. We're not at a complete drop, but here I'm looking at GameStop, and their list is not very accurate. But in
Yeah.
in April, they're listing Connect Sports Rivals, Trials Fusion, which you actually saw at the top of the show. We saw some beta footage, which that looked awesome. Like you're going down the track and the track's not there. You're doing jumps, the track like fills in as you're doing your jumps. I'm like, oh, that's wicked. Trials Fusion will be a day one for me. And The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So those three, they got listed for Xbox One in April. In May, we've got Wolfenstein: The New Order and Watch Dogs. June, Murdered Soul Suspect and The Elder Scrolls Online. In July, we got Sniper Elite 3. September, Madden. Or I'm sorry, August, we got Madden, The Evil Within, and Dying Light. Dying Light's going to be awesome. And also The Crew. So there you go. Starting in August, it's really gonna start. You've got Madden. If you're Madden, you've got the Dying Light and The Crew, which I'm excited about. September, The Witcher 3, Destiny, Mad Max, and Middle Earth: Shadows of Mordor. So I'm all over. Like three of those of the four have my interest. October's got Batman Arkham Knight. You know there's going to be, and they don't list it, but you know there's going to be Call of Duty in November. And then we got Alien Isolation, which, they got listed in December 31st, but we already gave, when was that, October, Rob, that you said?
For which?
Alien Isolation. We just gave a release date for that.
October 7th, I believe it was.
So then we got Evolve, Lords of the Fallen, and Assassin's Creed Unity, all set to come out. And there's more stuff that's not even on this list. That's just for the Xbox One. And then the 360 coming up next week, or the following, not this coming week, but the week after, is Titanfall. They've got FIFA World Cup, Amazing Spider-Man. Let's see. I'm just trying to find some big stuff here. But everything else I said looks to match up. There's a Transformers game, Rise of the Dark Spark in June. Enemy Front is June. We talked about that earlier. And the one called Bound by Flame is in May. And we also, I mean, even on Xbox One, it's not listed, but we still got, what's that one that was by Remedy? Quantum
Break.
Was that the game?
Yeah.
We're still waiting for that one to come out, so I'm hoping that'll be
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but I think, we'll see some stuff stepping it up, so nothing right now. But if you do want to purchase something, where could they get those things? Where could they buy stuff from, Rob?
That's a very good question. Well, the answer to that is if you're going to be making any purchases online and you're going to be using Amazon, please use the TXL Amazon link. Go to thisxboxlife.com. Over on the right-hand side of the page, just click on one of the Amazon images over there, and it should take you to the appropriate place.
There's only one.
Yes, there's only one. And it'll take you to the proper place. The link is good for 24 hours or until you make your, make your purchase right then and there.
Go buy something.
Because I know everybody's got this xboxlife.com as a bookmark on their systems.
Should be your
At least
homepage.
I do in every browser. Right, it should be your homepage, your go-to spot. So just click on that and it'll take you to the appropriate place. Thanks for supporting the show.
All right. So that is it. You guys got any last minute thoughts before we go?
I want to add last week and the week before and the week before, I'm sure. I keep talking about the Polk Melee headset. They're mailing out those. Yeah, they're mailing out those booms. There's been a couple people that have already gotten theirs. I got my shipment notification the other day. And looking forward to it. A great response from Polk. They get a double thumbs up for excellent customer service. A lot of companies probably would still be going like, "There's a problem? What kind of problem? There's no problem. Works fine for us." But they're like, for myself, I didn't even do anything, and they're sending it out. So they're being definitely proactive. They're definitely not an EA or a Comcast or a Time Warner cable in terms of response. Yeah,
and I gotta say, I really like my Turtle Beach X07s. One thing that's kind of cool is because the Xbox has a the TV function in it, I can mute my TV and actually watch TV and hear it. So if I'm watching something at night, the kids aren't going to hear anything, but I'm getting older, I'm getting deafer. I can actually put the headphones on and watch TV and hear everything.
Yep.
Right. It's just kind of cool. I'm like, that's kind of nice. I'm watching TV blaring in my ears and no one else hears it. So it's pretty cool. I really like my headset now. I'm hooked on it. I have to have them on, and anytime I play now, it's awesome.
And I like the fact that they use, actually, and it's all of them that use that Xbox headphone adapter. It's a regular plug, so you can use those headsets now on almost any device. I started using my Polks on my phone. I've used them with my computer. to listen to music, and I'm very pleased. I was actually thinking about taking him to the gym, although I don't know how that would work out. I don't want to damage him, but yeah, I'm very pleased with how this whole thing worked out with the
Yeah.
Xbox One and the headphones.
Here's my. I can take. This is a cable for my XO7s. I can plug it into my headphone, and then yeah, and then it came with the wireless or a jack to or something else. I don't know, but yeah, I can. I can't see using these on my headphones, but I'd like. I wish I could plug it into my computer and use them.
Oh, they
instead
have
of,
a. Why can't you use them?
You know what? I wonder if I could.
'Cause it-
I probably need to play around. Maybe I could, because I would. I like those a lot better than these ones I'm recording with right now. I should dig into that this week and see if I can hook it up to the PC.
Yeah, because
It does
all you
have
need
it
is.
does have a USB cable,
Oh, okay.
but actually, I don't think it'll work because that plugs into your controller. That's yeah.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
No, because they use the regular Microsoft adapter, right? Don't they?
It plugs into the bot. It uses that special headset adapter.
Right. The standard
Plugs into the
Microsoft
bottom
one,
of
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an industry standard connector. It's got the three black lines on it. So it's got the microphone and left and right channels. So that would be what? Actually,
Three.
two black lines. Three? No, yeah, three black lines.
Microphone left and I don't know if you can see that, but there's three
Yeah,
on there.
it should be. Yeah, it should be microphone left, right, and ground. So it's got like 4 silver spots. Yeah, that is. I mean, that can plug into my laptop. Although they do have splitters for those things. For that type of connection, that does break out the left-right audio from the microphone, because some computers will have a dedicated microphone plug. It's not all in one. You know what I'm saying?
Brun's taking our show over, even though he's quiet. He's turned his camera into a disco thing, it looks like.
Let's turn it on disco top.
Brun, what headset are you running? Are those Razors?
Yeah, I run the Kraken 7.1s.
Okay. All right. Well, we should probably move on. We're done. We're out of stuff to talk about. So
Yeah.
we've got a show to put together. I have to put 2 audio-video streams together and somehow watch the season finale for Walking Dead. So
Oh, is that tonight?
it's tonight, buddy.
Yep.
So it's.
Man, I was
recorded.
hoping it was
gotta-
next week.
No, it's
Nope.
tonight. So, anyways, if you watch us on or listen to us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars. Again, thank you guys for supporting us. We hope to have some more drawings and giveaways here in the near future. So keep on supporting us through Amazon, and we'll be able to do that. And with that, I am Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.
I'm Rob, also known as Prusar. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch y'all next week.
And I am Brun, BJ Swick 33. Have a good one.